Lady Gaga, Gwen Stefani, Sia. I'm literally shaking.
You're watching The DM with celeb stylist Audrey, Brianne, and fashion publicist Tyree Robinson. We're in season 3 of our podcast where we review the best in costume design in film and television.
We'll now feature live episodes with costume designers and celeb stylists here at room service at Beverly Center. We hope you enjoy the show. Thank you for joining us on another episode of The DM with Audrey, Brianne, and Tyree. Today we have a very special guest with us, Nicola Formichetti, who is known for his work with Lady Gaga, having helped create some of her most known and iconic fashion moments. Nicola's career spans over 15 years with stints at Dazed and Mugler as an artistic director. Other clients include Gwen Stefani, Ricky Martin, Cody Fern, Sia. Nicola, we are so excited to have you here today. Would you like to tell our guests how you got your start and a little bit more about yourself?
Thanks for having me. For me, it's just been very a natural progression. I was just like a young kid in London that wanted to be part of something, that was interested in music and fashion and clubs and just style in general. So I just started going out, meeting people, and that's led to working in a magazine, and I had amazing mentors and friends that kept me going. And then here I am today.
Well, welcome to LA. Yes. We have to ask, because I feel like everyone is like wondering, how did you get linked up with Lady Gaga, and what were some of your first projects with her?
Okay, so I am one of the contributing editor for a magazine called V Magazine.
Yep.
Actually, they're the one who gave me my first break in America when I was a young stylist. So I worked very closely with them, and Steven from V asked me if I wanted to do a fashion shoot with this upcoming musician, Gaga, and then that's how we met.
Lovely.
Yeah, it was actually in LA, and yeah, we got on really well, and it was very, very natural collaboration from the day one. Almost like we were very in sync, and I felt like she kind of took what I was doing already before and made it into, because she could move in it. Mm-hmm. She can go on the street.
Yeah.
And before that, I was only working with models, which was just a photograph of a model.
Yeah.
She almost made my work 3D and took it somewhere else. And then there was a whole thing with Twitter and paparazzi pictures. Everything we did became a moment online. And so that was really strange for me to see, but very exciting.
Do you have a biggest like pinch me kind of moment?
I don't know. I mean, the meat dress was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Even though I got a lot of hate the next morning. It was everywhere on the newspaper and news and everything. So that was really crazy.
You have like a bunch of friends and family also just like blowing you up when that happened?
Yeah, except my mom. My mom is like Yoko. She's very. It's like, yeah, you can do. Maybe that's why because my mom is like, you can always do better.
Yeah.
I'm like, Mama, that's pretty major what we did, but she's like, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, maybe that's why I tend to do like more and more and more, like never ending.
So going into quarantine and getting us through quarantine, you did Stupid Love, I think Rain on Me. What was the process of going through that album and making people like feel better with like what you designed?
The quarantine. So I moved here just before that happened, and Gaga was launching her album Chromatica. So we were preparing for all the music videos and the album shoots, and there was VMAs coming up, and so there was all these things. And we just, of course, the first month she was very much into supporting the community, and so she did a lot of that. And then after, when we became more free, we started working on the visuals, and you just become creative, you know. I mean, it was it was a lockdown, and one thing we didn't want to do was we just didn't want to show work that was, let's say if you saw this in like 5-10 years time, you could see that it was done during COVID. We wanted to do something more free and it could be done anytime. So we did Stupid Love in the Desert. It was kind of like the beginning of, it's the first song from the album, and it was about different groups of people, which was we represented in different colors, and then in the end they all unite. And then Rain on Me was, I think that was just before the lockdown, and we shot in this like big green screen with Ariana Grande. And then we did 911 in the desert again with Tarzan, sorry, oh my God. He's like so legendary, Tarzan. So that was this 3 music video we did. And then we also did VMAs. And that was, you know, because it was that time of people started not wearing masks and stuff. So Gaga really wanted to make a statement with fashion where, look, if I can wear a mask while I'm dancing and doing red carpet, you can also do it too.
Totally.
So we kind of made the whole mask thing, like we wanted to make it more fashionable at that time, so that there was more impact that people would wear masks. And I think we did something quite crazy, so that was nice. Yeah.
You definitely did. It was amazing. Did you, with the mask, they were very crazy, I guess, very creative. Was it mask before outfit or outfit before mask, or like how did that process?
We always kind of do it together.
Okay.
With everything we do, we have sort of a rough starting point, but then the magic happens when we start trying things on and you put them upside down and just switching things around. Just really go with our guts.
When you're working with Gaga, she has a lot of collabs and she's got a bunch of dancers. So do you get to work with some of that talent? And also, how do you make sure that Lady Gaga stands out from all of the like background activity?
Like for Rain on Me was about creating a group of different ideas. So we used the same color palette with the dancers, almost same material, but then the way you focus on accent on her or Ariana, so they stand out a little bit more.
Yeah.
For 911, we went to something a little bit more dreamlike. So the costume were much more sort of like costumey, historical, and it was very abstract, and it was just a play on color. Yeah.
You've done a lot of shoots, and I believe you've done some at your house. How do you separate a work-life balance of like being a global known person and being like Nicola?
I always call myself Nico Boy. That's like me at home, Nico Boy, because I'm half Japanese, half Italian, but I consider myself more Japanese, even though I have an Italian name. So I'm very much Nico Boy at home. But because I do really love what I do, sometimes there's no boundaries,
Yeah.
and maybe that's a problem, but it worked until now. I just try to have a lot of fun at work, like you kind of reverse the whole thing. That seemed to work a lot. So I bring in the calmness to work, and then the craziness to home.
I also read you're a classically trained pianist.
Yeah,
So
I love
do you
playing
like
the piano.
music? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I do meditation. I play the piano, and I read books, and I listen to like weird music. To like when I'm daydreaming, is the only time I'm kind of like working. Because my work is being creative. So I need to create a kind of a safe space for myself and my team and my collaborator to be creative.
You've been creative director to some iconic brands. What is the best part about that sort of a position?
Yeah, so my first creative director job was when I was a young kid, I became the creative director of a house of Mugler, founded by Tyree Mugler, icon. And I moved to Paris for a couple of years, and I did that. And for me, I was so young, and I just wanted to do cool stuff.
Yeah.
And creating an amazing show and clothes, and I wish I could go back there today with things that I know, that I learned throughout the years, you become better by making mistakes.
Yeah.
And then I did that for a couple of years, and then I became, so Renzo Rosso, who's the founder of the denim brand Diesel, he approached me and we started working together, and I moved to Venice in Italy to head this giant company for 5 years. And also at that time, I was also working for Uniqlo, a company in Japan. So I was doing like 2 days in Tokyo, then 2 days in Italy, and then New York, like literally flying 3 times a month in different countries. And I did that for 5 to 7 years, and it was intense. But I loved it.
What keeps you inspired on the daily? Like, how do you keep yourself inspired?
Instagram? No, I'm joking. Yeah, I'm Instagram too. The good thing is that you get to kind of talk and see what's happening around the world. But my thing is to kind of sometimes switch off and just go into nature and again, like I love daydreaming. Like I like hiking and walking and just be by yourself. When your mind is calm, that's when you get all the crazy ideas and downloads and all those crazy things.
What is it that guided you to come out here to Los Angeles?
I have a really good sixth sense, and I always loved LA because of the weather and also we used to do lots of music videos here with Gaga, and I loved the costume houses here. So I always loved coming here, but never had a chance to move. And then one day I just said, fuck it, let's go to LA, find a place. And of course, I'd love to get into working on movies and TV shows. That's my dream.
In addition to working with superstars, you now work with a few influencers. How is that different, or can you tell us some of the influencers that you work with, and what's that
Yeah,
like?
so I worked with Noah Beck. I put him in high heels for V, and then Little Huddy I worked very closely with, and then done some stuff with Nikita Dragon. For me, like it just really excites me. The possibility, Some people are like, why are you working with them? You should be working with whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because I think they're interesting.
Yeah.
And they're much more open to collaborations. And because maybe when you're established, you want to keep your image. So you're a little bit more, you work within the barriers, but with the younger musicians and artists and TikTokers even, they're much more free, and I love that.
That's nice that you don't discriminate. Like when a booking or a job comes up, like that you do it if you believe in the person.
Yeah, and it's the other way around too. Like if I get a major talent with amazing money and all these things, but if I don't believe in the project, I don't do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing that I'm very grateful, that I could say no to things.
That actually just wraps up our Q&A that we have for you.
Oh.
We enjoyed talking to you so much.
Thank you.
You are a great storyteller, and the visions and just creativity that you give to the world is really awesome to see. And thank you for that, because it's always exciting and pushes the envelope. So you're doing great work.
That's what I want to hear.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. We are going to get into some red carpet looks right now.
The DM is hosted in partnership with Room Service at Beverly Center, LA's premier shopping and lifestyle destination in the heart of the city. Room Service is a first of its kind private members club designed to elevate the shopping and dining experience for LA's influential creators, VIPs, stylists, and costume designers.
Membership includes complimentary valet and self-parking at Beverly Center, access to a unique and stylish member lounge, private conference and fitting rooms, and complimentary amenities such as steamers, rolling racks, snacks, and beverages.
To learn more about Room Service membership, follow us on Instagram and click the link in the bio, or visit www.beverlycenter.com. Okay, welcome back. We are gonna start with, this is not a red carpet look, but it is one of Lady Gaga's newest collaborations with Dom Perignon. Could you kind of walk us through this collaboration and the photographer? I believe she's worked with him before.
Yeah. So Dom Perignon project, yeah, we love the way it came out because we kind of took the collaboration to a whole another dimension. And I think, you know, for Gaga it was so important to do something that was it was about creativity and pushing. So we invited our collaborator Nick Knight from London. He flew here and we created this mini music video movie thing, and Gaga was supposed to be the queen of her own queendom, but this queen was sort of like not like the typical queen. It's so like she's part of everybody. It's fucking cool.
So pretty.
Yeah. So the next one is a look from the 2020 VMAs.
This was the first look of the VMAs, and we love Iris van Harpen from Europe, and we collaborate with her a lot. So we wanted to, mainly this night, we wanted to support sort of like a younger designers. She made us this kind of multi-rainbow colored creature. And it was very beautiful and sort of like alien-y, but then we wanted to like juxtapose something hard on her face. And that was kind of like the first time you saw her on that night wear the fucking mask.
Yeah.
Oh yes, this one is the Valentino Haute Couture. We work with Valentino a lot, and we just shot the perfume ad around that time. Mm-hmm. So with Pier Paolo, we're very close, and he lent us this incredible sort of like the future, sort of like a space goddess. This was heavy to carry, I remember.
Is this the same bodysuit as the last one?
Yes, you clocked it. No, because they didn't tell us how many awards she was winning, right? So we were kind of like making the outfits as we went.
Yeah.
So that was supposed to be the last one, and then there was this. I mean, it was So we didn't have time to change fully. So I was like, at last minute, I was like, okay, let's just match the jacket with the bodysuits and the hat, and we just kind of created it on the spot.
This is what she shows up in.
That was the red carpet outfit. So obviously this was an homage to the
Moon Man.
The Moon Man, yeah. We wanted to do a Moon Woman. It was the jacket, the dress is from Aria. I mean, I love the way she carries it. She's that punk rock girl at heart. Yeah.
This is one of my favorite ones.
That was a moment.
Yes.
Right? That was such a moment. And for us, it was very important to work with.
Is it Christopher John Rogers?
Yeah. But you know, there was at that time. I remember there was a Black Lives Matter march, and it was really intense. And we wanted to use our platform to support Black artists, and that was just. She looked so incredible.
I think this is her last VMA look.
This pose that she got is great. That's the shot.
Definitely.
So that's the merch that we created for the night. The MTV Chromatica T-shirts.
The mask is by Michael No.
Yes. I mean, that's how she is backstage. Just T-shirts and high heels and mask. Yeah. So yeah, those are. Performance look with Ariana Grande. We performed Rain on Me, Stupid Love, and 911. Yeah.
The next dress we're going to talk about is an iconic one.
Yeah.
Right, do we even need to introduce it? Like,
the
she
meat
still looks
dress.
the same.
Yes. This meat dress is living
in Vegas.
Okay.
Frank Fernandez made this the dress, and it's been kind of in a temperature controlled cabinet in Vegas, in the museum, the House of Gaga. That was a moment.
Were you there on the carpet to see the reaction when she walked out?
I remember being in an elevator, inside the elevator, and I think there was like Justin Bieber and Cher, and people were like, the fuck is going on, y'all?
What is that?
But because she's so in it, she's convincing, you know. And we just kind of took she took her art and kind of like went with it, and that's why it was good.
I feel like that's gonna end up like in the Smithsonian someday, like just permanently there, because that's how like important this was to like pop culture.
Another red carpet that turned into a Born This Way moment on the Grammys is this egg moment.
Oh, they still do it. I mean, crazy.
The vessel, I think.
Yeah, it was made by Hussein Shalayan.
Did she stay dressed the whole time? Okay.
Yeah, so we did the red carpet. We didn't tell anybody about it. We just kind of went in like this, and then the egg went on the stage and she kind of was born this way and performed the song for the first time. And then the color was like, we like this kind of muted tone. Yeah, it was all latex, and we had like latex prosthetics on her and like body morphing. It was super cool.
I have a quick question. If museums aren't asking for the pieces and stuff, or it's like on tour of some kind, do you guys archive these looks?
Everything, like
Nice.
temperature, number, the whole thing. We
Yeah.
have a huge archive space. Yeah,
Probably so
they're
cool.
our babies, you know.
Yes. This is Mugler.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts because you designed this?
Yeah, we just did a fashion show in Paris, and I already had those silhouettes made, which was basically like skin tight bodysuits. Gaga loved them so much that I did them in different colors. So like this kind of like a naked illusion. Yeah, and she loved them because it was very comfortable.
I mean, the heel's almost bigger than the like wheel on the motorcycle. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And the last one is Armani.
Yes, this was the first ever Grammys that I worked on. It's so not like Gaga. Giorgio Armani is such a like timeless, kind of more classic. But we wanted to do something with him to get his take on a red carpet. So we told him like we love the idea of the galaxy, and then he came back with almost like a dress that looked like a diamond. He made us all the costume that night. Everything we do, we always we're very hands-on. When we collaborate, we never let the designer or house to do their thing and then we just wear them. It's never like that. So this was the first time that we did that. But the thing that she's carrying, the spike, it's actually a Christmas decoration that I saw on the backstage on the table, and it's like here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we're like, we need something, and I was like,
iconic. Also, I think I watched an interview with you that said the dress went up to her head.
Yeah, it's a jumpsuit.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a full jumpsuit.
Wow.
So she's wearing a crystallized jumpsuit with a hood, and then we put the wig on top. So if you look closely, you see it's like a line. It gives this kind of a little bit of a 60s, like
That's
retro future
amazing.
feeling.
So pretty.
Thank you so much, Nicola, for joining us
Thank
on
you.
an episode of the DM with Audrey, Brianne, and Tyree. We are so glad that you took time out of your day to talk with us. We're honored.
Yeah, this was amazing. Like,
Thank
and your storytelling is wonderful.
Invite me again when I do other things.
You can find links to Nicola's social media platforms in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Bye.